iOS bug that exposed deleted photos, spyware found in some hotel PCs, Snapdragon Plus and Elite performance, Samsung's new CEO, everyone's pissed with Google, and more coming up in RH News. First up, iOS bug that exposed deleted pictures caused nightmare. According to Apple, deleted photos weren't on iCloud. Instead, they were local. It happened due to a database corruption issue. This was not great and should not be taken lightly. Apple has put out a fix, so please update to the latest firmware. Next up, 3 Wyndham hotels based in US have been discovered running a spyware on their check-in computers. The app is called PC Tattletale, and this app is a consumer-grade remote app that companies can buy to monitor their employees. It takes continuous screenshots of the booking system without being detected. This data can include guests' names, their reservation details, and partial credit card numbers. But it gets worse. Security researcher Eric Deigel found the spyware and elaborated a vulnerability in Tattletale. Anyone with an internet connection can see those screenshots by connecting to the spyware server courtesy of some oversights in the code. He didn't actually disclose the exact specific method as he's waiting on PC Tattletale to rectify this. How this app was installed on those computers remains unknown. Next up, Qualcomm recently launched Snapdragon X Plus and Elite series of chips. Asus, Acer, Samsung, Dell, HP, and Lenovo are coming up with their own devices featuring these ARM chips. We're still in the early stages and we need a lot more benchmarks to come out testing these chips across various categories. But the initial results are in and it looks like these chips actually hold up. I can't stress how good this news is for various obvious reasons, but the biggest one of them is competition. If Snapdragon can give Intel, AMD, Nvidia, and Apple a run for their money, they will be forced to come out with better products instead of just iterative upgrades and just rebranding. Yes, I'm looking at you, Intel Core Ultra. Core Ultra, yeah right, give me a break. We're also gonna see ARM architecture being adopted more widely than ever by developers. So x86, x64 legacy apps will run just fine, but I can see a point where most of these will be ported to ARM, so no performance compromise, at least in most cases. Although I had to point this out. In Microsoft's keynote, they said it's faster than M3's MacBook Air. I was thinking, really? I mean, the highest and top of the line is better than Apple's budget option. Why didn't they compare it to M3 Pro or M3 Max? As this wasn't enough, Apple already introduced M4 chip. So yeah, I had to mention it. However, this does not trivialize the significance of it at all. Apple was so far ahead of the competition, and ARM on Windows to catch up this much, this fast is unbelievable. Moving on, Samsung Electronics has chosen a new CEO. Young Hyun Jun will be president and CEO. Sorry, one of the CEO, as Samsung works on dual CEO model. One for their semiconductor business and the other for their phones and display. Why change though? Samsung's semiconductor business has taken a hit, especially with the memory chips. SK Hynix is a serious competitor to the company and quickly rising. Mr. Jun is tasked with finding new growth opportunities to re-establish Samsung's top spot. He does have experience across various sectors within the company, so it'll be interesting to see what new ventures the business might introduce. If I can speculate, SK Hynix can provide dirt cheap products. A lot of RAM in my experimental and secondary laptops and PCs is from SK Hynix. Don't get me wrong, they also make high-end products, but in Samsung's memory business, you don't get to see much diversification in products and categories. Smartphones, sure, but not semiconductors. So that might be one of the strategies. Google recently introduced AI search results and everyone hates them. You can use this tab to filter out the results or use this method posted to Ars Technica to get rid of them. In some medical cases, the AI can spout out complete nonsense. This is dangerous for obvious reason. I admit the AI can be useful if implemented and monitored correctly. But for now, you shouldn't put any glue on your pizza. Unless you're a kindergartner. Get it? I said And finally, China is training a chatbot mainly based on President Xi Jinping's book and philosophies. The eventual plan is for citizens to ask questions, and the app is being designed to help Chinese nationals in becoming better socialists. This isn't ChatGPT or Gemini, but a registered open source LLM that could translate into devs having better control and designing the AI from the ground up. Well, that's it for the latest news. Tune in next time for episode 2 where we discuss GPT 4.0 jailbreak and other stuff. Thanks for the support, guys. If you like this video, please like and subscribe because
I am allowed to move around the board with impunity. What is with the lollipop?
This is Rogue Hat. Catch you guys later.